all signs of the zodiac. We're going to have timestamps down below, so jump ahead to your sign. But I wanted to first show you, I'm a terrible shuffler. As I was shuffling, this is what came out in this order. We're moving. Can you see how we're moving? We're getting out of this and we're moving into the Sun, King of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, Knight of Cups. We're moving into just a really brighter time. And from the Vedic standpoint, this new moon is actually in Punarvasu, which is Return of the Light. And I feel like this new moon is such a powerful time. I wasn't even going to turn the camera on. I was just sitting here shuffling, considering what I might do. And then cards started just falling because I'm a terrible shuffler, but it works in our favor sometimes. The progression really struck me. And the progression actually is the impetus for me to record this at all. So we are going to jump into each sign. They will be time-stamped below. So Aries, you are first because that's how things go. You're the first house. And this new moon is going to bring you something. And we're going to see what. We're just going to pull a few cards and see what's coming up. All right, Aries. King of Pentacles coming out again. So definitely some mastery of finances. So this new moon is asking you to really put your intentions upon becoming the master of your finances and to be the king of your passion. It's also asking you to break down some limitations in maybe a shocking way. It's going to allow you to move into a situation where you will have greater optionality, greater freedom. I mean, you see the progression of what's happening here, and that's going to give you emotional mastery. So you are putting your intentions here, getting that spark that is going to give you greater optionality, and that's going to give you just a really positive, this guy just feels good. So you are moving into a time period, if you really focus on your mastery, focus on mastering finances, mastering your passion, what's important to you. That's going to give you a new insight. I don't feel like this is like tower moment outside of you. I feel like it is a new insight, a spark of an idea that's going to give you greater options and greater happiness, Aries. All right, let's pull a couple of the Wisdom of the Oracle, see what they would like to say to you. And you are getting higher power. I think you are moving into a higher power with this new moon. Mercury is retrograde, but I think this is an opportunity for us to reconsider some things that we've been focusing on. And for you, it is really a great time for you to reconsider the mastery of your life, your kingdom. You've got 3 kings, 3 wise men, and I think there's just greater options available to you if you'll just claim it. The kings are sitting on their thrones. They know what they are the masters of. And I feel like the fact that I put that down over the tower, I feel like this spark is going to be divinely gifted to you from your higher self. Just have to open to it. And it's going to make you, like I said, with the King of Cups, it's going to make you incredibly happy. Aries, really put your intention on what you want in mastering your life, because if you put your intention there, when you put a very strong intention, it's like a strong decision. It sends a signal to the universe about what you want. And when you make strong decisions, it takes away the vacillation. It takes away all of the considering. And I think it's just going to open up so many more options for you. Then the problem is, which option do you want? But I think you're in a place right now where if you're holding onto your kingship, that's going to bring you to a place of having greater options, having expansive options, more freedom with options. And I think that's something that you would really enjoy. All right, let's move into Taurus energy. Taurus, let's pull out some cards from Taurus Spirit. What does Taurus need to focus on and manifest for the new moon in July? All right, let's see what we've got. Ooh, it's time to get moving. Time to get moving. Focus. We need to focus on what we want. And if that's a relationship, it's available to you. A message coming in feel like these are related. I think you're like gaining your focus, and it's going to bring in a partnership and possibly a contract or proposal. Higher wisdom. Spend some time really contemplating all of this. The Hermit is all about going into spiritual knowledge within yourself, not talking about it with a lot of people, but really within yourself. What is the wisdom of what it is that you really want? Because it's going to be really lucky for you. That's really beautiful. Kind of liking how that's all coming out. This is focus, though. The Chariot is focus, quick movement. It's a successful movement. We've got a partnership. It's going to be luck turning in your favor. I think there's a lot of luck with it. As long as you are in your spiritual wisdom with the Hermit, we need to spend some time in contemplation about the intentions that we are setting forward, about what we would like to have happen. But it seems like divine partnership, a contract. This could be about marriage. That's going to be a very lucky thing for you. You know, when we get married, at least in the Vedic system, our life becomes much more impacted by our D9 chart, and it changes us. So if you're getting into a partnership, it could change your luck. But we need to make sure that it is tied to our spiritual wisdom. Let's pull a couple of these oracle cards and see what they want to say to you. Truth be told, I feel like that goes with the Hermit and getting your personal truth about this situation, because that's going to guide the direction, your own personal truth. It has to be something that resonates deeply with your spirit. Can't be any kind of compromise. It has to resonate with you and who you really are. Your internal wisdom has to be the thing that's shining forth. So your truth is important, and when you are centered there, that's what brings the luck into this partnership that's coming in. But I think it's something you want. All right, let's pull another oracle card and see what Spirit would like you to know. And we are getting all that glitters. That is definitely a sign that something is looking too good to be true. I think that is the reason why we're being called into Hermit energy, to really get to our own truth, because your own truth sees behind the mask. If we look at that card, there's a mask, a very glittery mask, where something isn't exactly as it seems to be. We do have that Mercury retrograde going on, so any kind of message about your pentacles that's coming in, a contract, a proposal, anything like that, double, triple check it. Put it into your AI tool, as long as there's no sensitive information in there, and have every kind of angle looked at, because there's something about this that needs further investigation. And I think your intuition, honestly, is going to tell you everything that you need. Your intuition, because the Hermit is a very intuitive spiritual knowledge kind of card. That's going to tell you exactly what you need, Taurus. Wow, that was interesting. We're going to move into Gemini now and see, well, that's trying to fall out. That's not bad. That's wishes fulfilled as you're moving on. So we'll take that into consideration. And remember what I said at the beginning about me being a terrible shuffler. I do look at them when they fall out like that, because everything that happens in a reading, you have to take it in consideration. If my lawn people showed up right now, which they're not going to because they're not, I would have to take that into consideration. Everything that you hear, everything that happens, if somebody knocks on the door and my dog starts barking, that is a message as well. So we're going into Gemini energy. Gemini, what does Gemini need to know for this new moon in July? Spirit, strongest message for Gemini. And we are getting Three of Pentacles. Apparently we're working with some people. Page of Cups, a message coming in that makes you feel really good. Page of Swords, wanting to learn some more. There's a lot of apprentice-ish type of energy here with the two pages. And that's leading you into starting a new journey about which you are going to feel pretty passionate. All right. With the Three of Pentacles, we've got three people working together, but there's one guy, it's always the guy, who's holding everything up. the one person who is like the lead of the project and then the other people are more supportive, I feel like this is a call to take some leadership in whatever you're creating with other people. It could be in your family and you're working on a family project. It could be anything. It's people working together, but there's one person who's taking more of a leadership role. Page of Cups is a message coming in. You've got two messages coming in. Remember, Mercury is retrograde at this time of this new moon. If you think about it, the new moon's happening here, and on the chart, the Mercury retrograde is kind of coming back towards the new moon, so it's coloring a lot of this. So there are messages coming in, an investigation that needs to be done. This message is going to make you feel really good. It is something that you didn't expect. See the pig flying up in the corner there? It is a message that makes you feel really good, though. Cups are always about your emotions. It's something that makes you feel something. So there is a message coming in that makes you feel something. But then right after that, we're getting Page of Swords. And she's got her book open and she's getting some ideas, but she's not entirely 100%. This isn't the King of Swords where he sees everything super clearly. This is a call for you to investigate this message that's coming forth and go a little deeper. Scratch under the surface, which is what we do with the Mercury retrograde, right? So you need to scratch under the surface and see what else is there. It's making you feel good, but you need to know more about what's going on with this message coming in for you, because I think it's going to help you decide on the next step in your life. The Fool is the start of a major journey. It's the major arcana, card number 0. It is starting from 0. It is a leap of faith. I think this message is going to start something new for you, and it's going to inspire you, because the Queen of Wands is an inspired person who doesn't care about what other people think. She's not afraid of doing the work, and she is creating something. She's got a spark of fire in her hand. This isn't someone who works super hard, but it's someone who's willing to do something, willing to put in the effort in order to have what she wants. She's focused. She's intending what she wants, which is what we need to do with a new moon. We have to have some energy behind the thing that we want to do. I think it's going to be something new. But again, the advisement here is to really scratch beneath the surface. Don't just feel good. Dig a little bit deeper, which is what we need to do with Mercury retrogrades. Anyway, lots of good things happen with Mercury retrograde. I've lived a long life, and I've lived through a lot of Mercury retrogrades, being very aware of what a Mercury retrograde is. And there was a time period, gosh, it was about 16 years ago, I wanted to switch from Windows to Mac, and the Macs came on sale, and I was looking at them, and it was a retrograde, and I was like, you know what? I'm doing it anyway. And in retrospect, that Macintosh purchase changed my whole life. It got me back into the tech career. It got me back doing things that I never thought I was ever going to do. It opened so many doors for me. You can do things in Mercury retrograde, especially things that you've been considering for a long time. Sometimes it's a perfect time to pull the trigger. All right, let's see what we have here. Time to go. Well, that definitely feels like Fool energy there. It's time to make a move. I think this message is going to give you enough information, especially if you investigate, to give you enough information to make a passionate new start. What else do we need to know? Especially since Gemini has to listen to all my stories. One more card for Gemini, and you are getting soulmates. Interesting. I think the new journey is going to not be alone. I think this new, you're not alone here. I think this new message is going to help you feel really, really good about what you're doing with these people. And maybe starting a new project with them, or maybe it's a job offer coming in, but whoever you're going to start working with, I think this is something you need to intend, that even if it's a work situation, that it's going to be something that feels like you are where you're supposed to be, that the people around you support you, that the people around you see your vision and help you bring it to light. I think that would be what I would do. All right, let's see. What do we have for Cancer? Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising. We are going to look at your energy for this new moon coming up on July 14th. That didn't flip over, so we're not going to take it. Let's see what your energy is. And if any of this is helpful to you, subscribe to the channel. It has been growing like crazy. Every time I look up analytics, it's wow, look at 20 more people. It's kind of crazy. I look at analytics a lot because I'm an analytics junkie. Too many years in marketing and tech work. I look at the data. All right. And maybe you're looking at data too, because you've got a message coming in about your pentacles. A lucky message coming in about your pentacles. That is pretty cool. Uh-oh. That guy's hanging around. All right. We've got lots of friends around you too. And okay, I see where this is going. That is some interesting energy there. All right, well, we've got a message coming in about pentacles. This can be an offer. This could be a contract. This could be something coming in that you need to consider about money, work, your stuff. It's pentacle based. It's about the tangible things here. And you have some luck coming in. The wheel is turning in your favor. This is Jupiterian energy. Jupiter, from the Vedic standpoint at least, is in your sign. So this is luck. This is good things coming. If you're going by the Western system, Jupiter's now what? In your second house if you're a Cancer rising. So luck is moving for you. Jupiter is moving for you. The wheel is turning in your favor. But I think you have some fears around some things because this guy is coming in as a temptation. This can be addiction. This could be somebody giving you an offer that is too good to be true, that is not going to fulfill what you want it to fulfill. So be very, very careful with any kind of messages that are coming through for you. You need to stay in your own power. Everything else is telling me you are in your own power. This would be a message coming in that it's kind of like yeah, I could do that and it would solve all of these problems. I should probably do that. It would be irresponsible for me not to take this, but you don't feel any passion around it. It feels like you're trying to make a trade to get a problem solved. With the addiction side of things, people have emotions that they're feeling and they don't want to feel those emotions, so they drink or they take a puff or whatever it is that they're doing in order to make those emotions go away. But then they end up with an addiction and the emotions aren't solved. So this is something that's telling you that it's going to solve all of your problems, but you feel deep in your soul, you know what is really going on with this, but you're willing to make a trade-off in order to get a problem solved rather than solving the problem on your own. So be careful of that guy coming in. Your friends are around you, however. Three of Cups is here. These are your soulmates, your soul family, your sisterhood, your brotherhood, the people who love you. They are here as a support for you. And I don't know that you're going to have a problem with this guy because we're getting the Strength card coming up. This means that you are in your power, you are in your strength, you are in your solidity. I think you're going to say no to the devil and you're going to find a new level of strength and luck. You're in really good energy here, Cancer. Just have a temptation coming in. And I think your job with this new moon is whatever temptation is around you to stand in your power and to intend your strength. Intend your strength. You know, the Three of Cups, oftentimes in readings, I feel like it's not just your soul family on earth. I feel like we all have spirit guides. We have our ancestors. We have our family members who have passed before us, our grandparents we never met, who want to keep us safe. And I feel like those people are around you and they are contributing to your strength. So we just need to watch out for that guy. Not my favorite card. Probably one of my least favorite cards. But I think you are getting deep knowing. I think you know. Trust your intuition. Trust yourself and affirm with this new moon that you have the power to face anything. You have the strength to face anything. Now you're getting come to the edge, which is taking a leap of faith, taking a little bit of a risk. I think the risk is to claim your own power, which kind of feels a little risky sometimes because it's not necessarily when we're doing things that are 100% in our own power, there's going to be people around you who disagree with you. There are going to be people saying, well, what are you doing? I remember when I first met my husband and I told my friend about him and that, you know, we were getting pretty serious. She was like, I looked him up online. I know what he's all about. And she My friend was like trying to dissuade me, a grown woman, from getting into a relationship, into my soulmate relationship. I know who he is. And you just need to be in your strength and know yourself. Your spirit guides will know. They know what's up. All right, we're going into Leo energy now. Leo, thank you for being here. There is a Mercury retrograde going on, but we are looking at the energy around the new moon on the 14th of July, 2026, and some advice for our Leo friends. With that Mercury retrograde, actually, it is where the new moon is. The Mercury retrograde is kind of coming back towards it. So I feel like it's really coloring this new moon. So I feel like there's a lot of things from our past even that we're bringing forward. In some way, we're in an energy of reconsidering things. And that's just something to consider for you. It is happening in Punavarsu. Well, those guys are falling out. It is happening in Punavarsu, which is the bringer of the light. So I feel like some things are coming to light for all of us. And excuse me while I shuffle a lot because it's between signs and I want to make sure you are coming in with your energy. 6 of Pentacles, a gift of money. 4 of Wands, a celebration. 4 of Cups, a little complacency. The Star, wishes fulfilled. And oh my gosh, and the 10 of Cups. Oh, to be a Leo with this new moon. All right. Well, Leo, you need to get out of your complacency because there are gifts coming in for you that are going to make you feel really good. At first blush, you are going to look at them and say, I don't know if I really want that, because that's what this complacency card is all about. She has her 3 cups and she's being offered another cup. And she's like, well, I already have 3 cups. What do I need that one for? And she's looking off into the distance at the shiny things. But what do we have coming in? We have a gift of money coming in. This could be a little bit of money. This could be a lot of bit of money. This could be someone around you getting some money, but there is a karmic balancing of finances around you, and there is a celebration, a balanced celebration, because we've got the 1111 back there on the tent. 1 on one side, 1 on the other side. This is the wedding card. So you could be getting married or someone's getting married and there's gifts of money happening at this wedding. This is all really good energy, but it's kind of funny how she's coming out and she's looking over at all this stuff and she's looking that way, right? And she's looking and she's like, well, isn't that nice? I have these cups and I have all this great stuff and somebody's trying to give me a cup, but look what's happening over here. This is your reading. If it's showing up in your reality, even if this is a celebration for someone else or a gift that's happening to someone else, you need to feel grateful for them to be getting that gift because it's in your reality as a sign for you to find some gratitude with it. Maybe it's you're attending a wedding and the gifts are just pouring to this couple. You need to feel grateful that they're getting all of that because guess what? That is your inspiration for your wish. The Star card. The Star is looking up at the stars in the sky, making a wish and lassoing that wish and bringing it down. This is a wish fulfillment card. It is a card of Aquarius. It is a card of your 7th house. If you are a Leo rising, if you're a Leo sun, it is opposite of your Leo sun or your Leo moon. This is wishes fulfilled. And when you make that wish of what you really want, 10 of Cups, happy home, happy family, fortune after difficulty. Whatever's happening over here, whatever you're feeling about it, make your wish because you're getting everything over here. You're getting fortune after difficulty and you're getting happy home, a happy family. You're getting lots of things that make you feel really, really good. So this could be you attending a wedding and maybe feeling just a little bit of jealousy of all the happiness that is there, all of the abundance that is there, all of the celebration that is there. Claim it. Feel grateful. Pull it into your reality as if it is you and make a wish because you're getting it. This is kind of beautiful. Now, this could be your wedding and your celebration, and maybe you're not getting as much as you thought. Well, wish for it to compound. Whatever you're wishing for, 10 of Cups is coming right after it. So whatever difficulties you have had, whatever is causing you to not feel completely grateful for all of this amazing, beautiful energy that's on the table for you right now, make the wish. All right, let's see what additional guidance that you have, my dear Leo friends. It's beautiful, honestly, because even this is a gift. It's a gift. You're being given a gift. It's beautiful. Claim all of this and just go feel grateful for, I don't know, for coffee. I'm very grateful for coffee. A leg up. I'm going to put that next to Six of Pentacles because somebody is giving you a leg up. Even if this is an external situation, it is giving you something. I will also put it, let's put it over here next to the star. Wish for a leg up. Really good energy is around you. Really good energy is coming to you. But you have to make a wish for even more, no matter what this is. Because if it's flowing, this stops the flow. So change this energy. Be grateful for that fourth cup, no matter what's in it. Be grateful and make the wish, because that's what's going to keep the energy flowing. This might just be a rock in the stream. We've got the flow and it hits a rock. But what does energy and water do? It flows around the rock. You really can't stop what the universe is trying to give you. What is meant for you will show up. What is not meant for you will not show up. But I feel like a lot is meant for you, because what are we ending up with? 10 of Cups. Beautiful energy. Love this. All right, one more oracle card for you. Blessed. Whatever this is that's going on around you, it is a blessed journey. It is an inspiration point for you. Whatever is happening, just make the wish for more with this new moon. The new moon is where we set our intentions, make a wish, because you're going to get that and so much more. Oh, to be a Leo. You guys have beautiful energy. I am so happy for you. All right, we are going into Virgo energy. Virgo, hi, I am one of you. We have Mercury retrograde going on right now. But one thing to keep in mind is that Mercury is very close to where this new moon is happening, and it is moving towards the moon. So really important for us to be aware of how these energies work together. So I feel like the retrograde that impacts us because it is our ruler. Be very aware that this is important time for us to really merge these energies together. Our rising sign, our Lagna Lord, as they say in Vedic astrology, our ruler, retrograde, looking at this new moon. It's a decision point for you. It's in Purnavarsu, which is the nakshatra of bringing forth the light. And I think it's time for you to bring some light into your world. All right, that's enough shuffling for you, Virgo. Let's see what your energy is. Ace of Cups. That feels good, doesn't it? And the Queen of Cups. It's going to feel even better. King of Swords. It's going to help you see things so much clearer. Page of Pentacles, message about your money coming in. Do not be tempted, Virgo. All right, let's take a look at this energy. Can I just talk about how much I don't like him? I don't like him because I've had some bad experiences with this exact card. This exact card. I wish I could take it out of the deck and throw it away, but then I wouldn't be honest. Anyway, we've got the Ace of Cups. This is the start of something, a partnership, a start of a venture, something that is going to make you feel really, really good. You are just in the initial stages of it, however, but I think we need to take that feeling of the initial stages of whatever it is that we are creating, and we need to embody that. The Queen of Cups is embodying abundance, attracting in more, nurturing the people in her life, and nurturing herself, taking care of herself. Whatever's making you feel really good, whatever ideas you've been having, whatever new projects you've been starting, you need to start claiming that. Claiming that energy as yours. You have created it. It is not happening from outside of you. You are manifesting it in. You are attracting it in. And it is time for you to start feeling really good about what you are attracting in. I think if you do that, You're going to start seeing things in your life with the King of Swords much clearer. You're going to know the path forward. You're going to know what you need to do, and you are going to make really solid decisions. This is a card of singular focus and understanding where you stand and what you have created and what you are creating as you move forward. But because of the progression, it's going to be fueled by how you're feeling. That, I think, is going to lead into a new opportunity, a new message coming in about your money. It's Mercury retrograde, remember? And we need to be careful about that message because sometimes we get offers. Look at that guy. He's got his hand out and he's like, oh, come with me. I'll solve all your problems for you. Look at his eyes. He's so seductive. Seems like he's going to give you everything you could ever want. We need to be careful with this sparkly haired guy because oftentimes the messages that are coming through from him bind us to something we don't want. I've told the story many times on the channel before, but I'm going to tell it again for you, my Virgo friends, my Virgo brethren, sisters and brothers. I got a job offer, a Page of Pentacles kind of offer. It came in and I look at it and I basically say it would be fiscally irresponsible for me to not take this offer because this solves this financial problem and it makes this happen. The way it was structured, base salary and bonuses, it was very seductive, fiscally irresponsible for me to not take this job. I took the job and I never got a bonus. Well, 1/3 of an annual bonus in the first year. And in the second year, I didn't get a bonus at all. And in the third year, we parted ways. I'm in that third year right now. So every time that guy comes up, I remember who has the power in my life. And it's not that guy. It's not this offer. I think you're going to see it really clearly, having that King of Swords right there. You're going to see this coming in and you are going to know. You're going to feel how you feel and see very, very clearly. So you will know whether or not this should be entertained. We do have a Mercury retrograde, so it could be an offer coming in that you have seen before. All right, let's pull some oracle cards for you. You're going to see it clearly, though. With that King of Swords, that guy does not give up his power. Does not give up his power at all. He's seeing everything very clearly. And with the Queen of Cups, you're taking care of yourself. By the book. Whatever offer comes in, talk to a lawyer, talk to maybe your friends, but I think you're just going to see things super clearly. But we do have that Mercury retrograde, so punt it until after the retrograde. Give yourself some time to consider and reconsider again, double, triple check, and do it by the book. By the book to me really feels like, talking to lawyers, getting some advice, doing things by the book, not taking a risk. Chop wood. This is definitely about work. Keep doing your work, both your spiritual work, the work you have to do. But I do feel like this offer is coming in. It's about work. Maybe it's a job offer. And even if you are like, okay, well, I really do need a job, I think you should be really careful with this offer coming in. All right, we are moving on to our friends Libra. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, thank you so much for being here. This is a mini read for this upcoming new moon that's happening on July 14th. We do have a Mercury retrograde happening. This is happening in the nakshatra of Punavarsu in the Vedic system, which is a nakshatra of bringing light. So we're bringing some light to something. Oh gosh, I'm getting major intuitive hits on that Virgo one that I just did. We'll see what the weekly reads have to say. Well, that's falling out. So the moon card is kind of hanging around you, Libra. That's a little bit of confusion, but we'll see what is coming out. If it wants to come back out, it can. But we take it into consideration that things might just be a little confusing right now, which they sometimes are with a Mercury retrograde. Empress. I love her. So we will definitely pay some credence to her. Credence? Is heedance a word? I'm not sure that it is. Pay heed to her because she wants to say hi. Oh, you're starting something new. Amazing. I love this. But we need to be strategic about it. Maybe we don't want to tell people exactly what we're starting. Nine of Wands. Maybe we don't want to tell people because in the past we've told people and they have kind of messed us up a little bit because this is a wounded warrior. Page of Cups. Message coming in that's going to make you feel really good. Nine of Pentacles. Well, I'd feel really good if the Nine of Pentacles is showing up at the end of my reading. Beautiful energy that you have here, Libra. Just some stuff to watch out for. The Fool is the start of a new journey. This could be a new job. This could be a new project that you're working on. This could be you deciding to eat healthy and go to the gym. There's just some kind of major journey that's going to have a major impact on your life that you are in the midst of starting or considering. As we are in new moon energy, this is something that we are giving some intention to. So the Fool, start of a new journey. You're considering something. And the Seven of Swords is strategy or deception. As it's coming up in this reading, however, I feel like this new journey might be either somebody's deceiving you about this or it might be something that you might not want to talk about with your people, your friends, family, posting on social media. Keep it close to your vest. I think that's what this is saying, honestly. Only tell your closest friends if you're going to tell anyone at all, and be selective in who you talk about this new journey with, because we're getting that Nine of Wands, as I mentioned before, and the Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior, someone who has had some pain in the past, and she's like, is this done with yet? She's almost to the Ten of Wands, but she's not there, and she needs to persevere. So we need to persevere. This is not going to be something that magically happens. It's going to be something that we are going to have to give some intention and some focus to, and maybe not talk about it right away. You know, there was something that happened to me. Well, I'm really excited about the growth of this channel and that you guys are all showing up. And so I did a little screenshot of the analytics, and I was going to tell a couple of friends about it. And then I was like, wait a minute, I don't know what it's going to be like in 6 months. I think I'm just going to Seven of Swords this and just hold this and just celebrate myself and not talk to a lot of people about it because I don't want other people's messages to color what I'm doing. You do have a message that makes you feel really, really good of the Page of Cups coming through. And this is going to be a message that you feel is somewhat impossible because we got the pigs flying up there in the corner, right? You didn't expect this message, but it's a message that's going to make you feel really good. It doesn't necessarily mean it's in response to what you're saying, however. If you hold your information close to your vest and wait, I think this message coming in around the new moon is going to make you feel really good. And I think it's going to expand the possibilities that you saw in this leap of faith and expand it into much more abundance. This is a card of stability. This is a card of balance. This is a card of feeling abundant and hopeful about the future and just feeling really, really good. It's not the card of having it all. It's not the 10 of Pentacles, but you're super close. It's the 9 of Pentacles, but you realize that there's a little more to do. That's okay. I think this new message coming in around the new moon is going to help you feel really, really good and give you a lot of optimism about what you're doing. So I would not talk to people about what you're starting. Wait for this message to come in, fuel what you're doing a little bit more, and maybe at the next new moon, then you tell everybody, hey, this is what I've been working on for the past 30 days, and it's been really, really amazing. And maybe the message there is going to bring in even more fuel that takes you further along in that Fool's journey. But I would just hold that information close to your vest right now, because when you're first starting out with something and people are like, oh yeah, you can, it's kind of like this, it's a hockey stick effect, right? You're just starting out. It's hard for me to do. You're just starting out. So you're like this. And then all of a sudden it just kind of goes up. I wouldn't talk to people until your hockey stick goes up. To be fair, well, that's your card. That's a justice card. That is a card of balance. That is a card of Libra. And so I think that's the message of make this your journey, because this is your card as far as I'm concerned with these oracle cards, because she's got scales and it just feels like the justice card to me. So I would just really own this journey before you start talking to people about it, and really put yourself into it. Because I feel like you're going to get confirmation kind of message that what you're doing is going to grow into something so much more than what you can consider right now. This is really wonderful. All right. We've got chop wood. I feel like somebody else just got that. I think maybe Virgo did, or Leo. This is about your work. This is about the thing that you're doing on a daily basis. You know, chop wood, carry water. This is the things that you do. It's like laying one brick and then one brick and then one brick. Really, really positive, wonderful energy for you, Libra. I'm excited for you. All right, we are going to move into Scorpio's energy now. Scorpio, thank you so much for joining. And remember, there's a Mercury retrograde. It's very close to this new moon that is happening on July 14th, 2026. So I think the Mercury retrograde is coloring a lot of the energy around the new moon. We are reconsidering things from our past. We are reconsidering things that we have done in the past. We are thinking about a lot of things. But with the new moon, we need to take action. We need to put our intentions forward. So with that Mercury retrograde and the need to set sort of new intentions and pushing things forward of what we want in our life, so an interesting energy, which is why I decided to do these readings. And you've got your magician energy. You are creating a magical intention for this new moon. And we've got judgment. Oof. And we've got the Page of Wands. Ace of Pentacles. Oh, Scorpio. Emperor. Wow. This new moon is good for you. It's really good for you. This is you coming into solidity. When I get to the Emperor as your final card here, it just feels like you're on top of the world. You're the authority of your life. You are the authority in everything in your life. But it starts here with the Magician. You have everything that you need to create whatever it is that you want. So this new moon is telling you, take your intention, take everything that you have, focus it in one place. But you're not going to just focus it on, oh, well, I'm going to work on my finances because there's the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles. Great. That's awesome. Let's focus on this guy. Let's focus on becoming the emperor of every aspect of our life. As the Magician, that is what I want you to focus on. I want you to focus on mastering every aspect of your life. Because here's the thing. Let's take health for an example. If you focus on your health, the singular thing, it has a trickle-down effect into every other aspect of your life. If you are healthy, you have more energy. If you have health, you are thinking clearer. If you have health, it just affects every other aspect of your life. It really does. You're not going out for fast food because you're cooking at home. You're saving money. You have more Wands energy with that energy flowing through you. You think clearer, every other thing. But I'm not telling you that that's what you're working on, because you are going to be the emperor of everything. You are going to be the emperor of your health, your wealth, your mind, your passion, your everything. And I want you to focus on that and take care of your health. You've got the Judgment card. The Judgment card is, there's a lot of different ways to interpret it, but my experience with this card is Spirit's helping you. Spirit's helping you. You are setting your intent. It almost feels like she's praying, looking up at the universe, and like her spirit is going up. This is the second to the last card in the major arcana. You are almost completed with something, but I think what you're almost completed with is sort of this evolution of yourself. And I think we need to make that intention. You are connecting all of the dots. You know, Steve Jobs talks about in his Stanford address, the very famous Stanford address, of not really understanding this fool's journey that you're on. But once you're there, you can look back and you can connect all of the dots. And she's got all of these dots on there. It's like a place of looking back at the fool's journey and being able to connect all of the dots right before you hit the world, right before you hit the success. But I have had experiences with this card of really successful things happening, but me not being aware of it. but it was like Spirit filling in the gaps for me. It was almost like I gave Spirit the Mad Libs book of like, here's the story. Okay, you get to fill in nouns, verbs, and adjectives, and they filled it in better than I ever could. We've got the Page of Wands, which is the start of something passionate. Really, as your magician energy, as you're intending, put some passion into what you are doing. I think you're going to get a gift of money or a gift of an idea that leads to more money. This is just the genesis. However, it's just the start. But look where we're leading up to. Can't complain about him. I talked enough about him because that's what I want you to focus on. I want you to take your magician energy. You're in a magical space as you are coming into this new moon, and you are considering all of these things, bringing in something passionate, feeling the spark of money, and then claiming your emperor status in your life. Ooh, to be a Scorpio. How beautiful is that? All right, let's pull a couple of oracle cards. This is for Scorpio. Best energy for Scorpio. Please, Spirit, thank you so much for being here. And we are getting milk and honey. I'm going to put it right next to the Emperor because he's not just drinking milk. He's having milk and honey. Ambrosia of the gods, my friends. That is what I want you to focus on, bringing into your life over the next 30 days with this new moon. Really, new moon. Just focus on bringing that in. Bringing in ambrosia, the experience of ambrosia. That is, instead of just planning a wedding that has the reception at the YMCA, that's like, you know what, if Taylor Swift can have Madison Square Garden, so can we. That is claiming your kingship. It's being the emperor of your life. Claim it. It's right here for you. And you're getting new life. I think that's your new life as the emperor. I'm not going to talk anymore, Scorpio, because you can just go stop go listen to your sun, moon, and rising, whatever else you got. But yeah, you've got a whole new life ahead of you, a new life of magic, of abundance, where you are the authority. You get to call the shots. I know you like that, Scorpio. I would like you to really focus on being the authority of your life. You don't have to bow to anyone else's authority, and you don't have to rebel against anyone else's authority, because really when you're rebelling against someone else's authority, it's that you're not claiming your own. So I want you to claim your authority with the magician as a part of this new moon. Thank you for being here, Scorpio. We are moving into Sagittarius energy now. Sagittarius, thank you so much for being here. And I am so glad you are here because you know I love your energy. Because every reading I do for you is absolutely positively magical. And so I intend that for you here now with the new moon coming up July 14th. More magical energy for Sagittarius. I'm still kind of stuck in Scorpio's energy. They had a pretty good reading too, but we are getting your energy, Sagittarius, for this new moon. What do we need to intend? We do have a Mercury retrograde happening around this new moon. It's very close to the new moon, actually aiming at the new moon. It's moving back towards it, so I feel like it's coloring this new moon a lot. So take that however we need to take it. And energy for Scorpio is starting a beautiful fool's journey. Somebody else got the Fool. I can't remember who. More new energy. All right. I hope you're ready for something new, Sagittarius. And it's not exactly what you think. But it's going to be absolutely wonderful. Oh, my stars. Let's look at these cards. Like I said, I love your energy, Sagittarius. The Fool. Taking a leap of faith and starting something completely new. What else do you want for a new moon? Whatever you want. Whatever you want. Honestly. You've already had the spark of the idea, though, because the Ace of Swords is coming up next. I think the spark of the idea, I think these are kind of coming in together of just idea and let's go do it. I just feel like you're in this energy. But I think that there's another aspect to it that you haven't considered, because we have the Two of Swords. And that's the indecision card. But if she takes her blindfold off, she sees that there's this third option she hasn't considered yet. It's this or that thinking. So you think this is going to lead to that, right? This to that. But if you take your blindfold off and consider things during this new moon and actually spend some time contemplating what this new journey is going to be for you, you're going to see that it's going to bring you more than you ever thought. Because what else do we have here? We've got the Ton of Pentacles, which is having it all. So you think it's going to get you, 3 pentacles, 6 pentacles, like whatever, 9 pentacles. But Spirit's like, no, this third aspect to this is a card that the Two of Swords is like, you think you have a coin, but actually you have a die, or a multifaceted type of die. There's like so many more different aspects to this, and you just need to take the blindfold off. You just need to relax, stop thinking about what you think it is, and allow Spirit to kind of come in with an inspiration that shows you what the other option is, that is going to turn this into something really, really magical, because it's going to bring you more than you ever expected. It's bringing you to the Ten of Pentacles, which is having it all. And if that wasn't enough for you, look how cool this is. Look how cool. We're going from the Fool to the World, all in a new moon reading. I love your energy. This is successful completion. So maybe it's not all happening in one day. Wouldn't that be funny if it did? But whatever you are intending as this new thing, Sagittarius, it is bringing you to a successful completion, a big completion, with Ten of Pentacles right here too. It's way more than you think it is. You're over here. You're thinking, hey, let's go do this fun thing. And then it starts occurring to you like, oh, that's what this is. And then all of a sudden, this huge opportunity opens up for you that you had never considered when you first started it. And it's going to bring you to the world. It's bringing you to a successful major completion in your life. The world, having it. These are 2 cards of having it all. Ten of Pentacles, having it all in terms of your physical accoutrements. And then the world, having it all in the major arcana. Yeah. All right, let's pull a couple of oracle cards. I won't shuffle too much. I say that. Yeah, it's funny how that came out. The Between Worlds is coming out on the Two Swords. Yeah, this black and white to color. Almost like you're starting out over here. And you think it's this way, and then as you're progressing, it's almost like somebody is wiping forth this card, and it's almost like the Wizard of Oz experience, where Dorothy opens the door and all of a sudden everything's in color. And I feel like that's exactly what's happening here. You just need to, Dorothy is removing this blindfold so that she can see things in color. And I feel like there's so much more to this thing that you're doing than you have ever imagined. And I feel like if you take that blindfold off, it's going to be like Dorothy looking into Oz. I love your energy so much. I can't even tell you. And you're getting the community card. And look at the Ten of Pentacles. There's a lot of people there, right? I feel like there's community support around you with this. I feel like, there's a community aspect to this that you're not considering. And for some reason, Spirit's telling me to pull this clarifier. I didn't do it for anybody else. Okay. Hanged Man, which is the solution to this. Okay, so they're definitely telling me there's something with that you're working on, and you think it's going to be this, but there's some kind of community aspect to it that when you figure that out, whoosh, you're in Oz. You're in Oz. And, the Lollipop Guild or whatever they were, they're going to show up and they're going to sing at you. And then you're going to probably have to defeat a wicked witch because, I don't know, that's how Oz goes. Sagittarius, I love you. I love your energy. So yeah, I hope that's helpful. Drop in a comment down below or send me an email if you don't want to talk in a public forum. I'm really curious about your energy because I tap into Sagittarius energy and it's almost like I start channeling. I start talking faster. The ideas start downloading to me faster, and it's almost like I can't keep up with you guys in such a positive way. And I don't know if it's because I'm having a Jupiter return, which is your ruler, and so I'm really in Sagittarius kind of Jupiterian energy right now. But yeah, We're having fun, Sagittarius. And if you're a Sagittarius that has just discovered this channel, you need to subscribe, because every reading I have for you is bonkers level good. And we're moving into Capricorn, and as I'm talking about Sagittarius, this is coming out. We'll see if it comes out for Capricorn, but let's move into Capricorn. Thank you for being here, Sagittarius. Capricorn energy. This is for your sun, moon, or rising. This is for the new moon that's coming up on July the 14th. My husband is a Capricorn, so I do love your energy, because my soulmate is a Capricorn with a little bit of Sagittarius in him too. So let's see what Capricorn has going on for the new moon of July 14th. And there is a Mercury retrograde going on, so of course take that into consideration with everything, because that is happening pretty close. This new moon is happening in the Vedic nakshatra of Punarvasu, which is the bringer of the light. Kind of funny with the new moon, because that's when it's dark. But I think the bringing of the light is a new something, which is why I was so inspired to do this for you all. There's some light. The Tower. The Tower is coming up for you, Capricorn, and the Five of Swords. I don't think you're happy about this Tower, but it's going to bring you a wish fulfillment, but you're still not happy about it. You're still not happy about it. All right, let's talk about this. All right, remember, Mercury is retrograde, Capricorn. I don't feel like, I think something unexpected is happening. That's the Tower. This could be an unexpected revelation, an unexpected experience. It could be anything. It's just unexpected. The lightning bolt, you never expect a lightning bolt. You can't predict where lightning is going to strike, but this lightning bolt is giving you freedom from a tower that you've built, something that has limited your movement. So it is doing you a service. But we have the Five of Swords, which is some disappointing energy. I don't think you're super happy about whatever this thing is that's coming. I know my husband is never happy when I tell him he has to do something. So maybe your wife is coming and saying, you know what, I'm tired of you never taking out the garbage and you need to do it. Boom, you're like fighting or whatever. You're not happy about this. But the Five of Swords is a card of promise. The Five of Swords has light coming down behind your headache here, where this thought is screeching in your mind and bothering you, and Spirit's trying to save you from it. If you see, there's a man standing with his arms outstretched behind the guy with the headache, and there's light coming down. So Spirit is trying to help you. Interesting, we have light coming down here. We have light coming down here. Spirit is trying to give you something, and I think they're trying to give you something that you really do want. This is the wish fulfillment card with the Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups is getting your wishes. Wish fulfillment. She's got a little treasure box down there. She made a wish and she's getting what she wanted. So you are getting something that you want, but I think you have to let go of something that you maybe don't want to let go of, and that is keeping you up at night. The Nine of Swords is next. This is the sleepless nights because you're worried about something, but there is some hope on this card. If we see that little white bird up in the corner there with the light again, whatever's happening with this new moon for you, you need to think very, very positively about what you want around this particular situation. Now, this could be something that has happened to you recently or sometime over the last 28 days. And you have been in a state of worry about something, and Spirit's trying to help you. Spirit is trying to help you, but you have to claim your wish. And so with the new moon, this is the time when we set an intention, and Spirit is asking you to open up to your wishes being fulfilled, open up to the problems being solved, open up to the freedom that Spirit is trying to give you. Make the wish for freedom is what this is telling you. And you need to turn your attention with the Seven of Wands away from the things that are causing you stress. She has all these wands pointing at her, and she's like, ugh, yeah, I don't like this. And so she is going into her own power. See her solar plexus glowing there? She is meditating and turning her attention away from the things that are causing her stress. So your advisement for this new moon is to turn your attention away from the things causing you stress and make a wish for the thing that you want, because Spirit is trying to help you. On every single one of these negative cards, Spirit's trying to help you. you've got your wishes fulfilled. But they are asking you to turn your attention away from the things that are bothering you. All right, let's pull a couple of oracle cards. I'm going to go tell my husband all of this stuff. And he's going to love hearing it. Maybe he will, maybe he won't. He'll like hearing that Nine of Cups wish fulfillment. But I'm going to have to tell him he needs to make a wish. All right. We are getting chop wood, which is the daily work. It's the laying of the bricks. Chop wood, carry water, the things you have to do every single day. There is a noise outside, and my dog is now looking out the window, so he may bark. All right. To be fair, whatever's happening is trying to bring fairness into your world. And you may have, this situation that's causing you worry may have been a very unfair situation, and Spirit is trying to balance that for you. Just keep doing the work of making your wishes. Start visualizing the thing. Just go into your meditative state with the Seven of Wands and start visualizing the thing that you would like, how you would like it to be. It's hard sometimes when you're dealing with something that you don't want. How do you visualize and start staking your claim on the thing that you do want when it's so ethereal? But you need to go into your visualization, into your mind, into the fourth dimension, into the other place where Spirit does actually manifest. And you start claiming what it is that you want. And then you let go. And then you chop wood and carry water. And you do your daily work. And you trust that Spirit's got you. And that's what you need to do for this new moon. Thanks for being here, Capricorn. I hope that was helpful to you. Sorry you got a little bit of a worry there, but Spirit's always yelling at me to not worry and that they've got me. And I'm like, yeah, but what about? And they're like, yeah, what about? Why are you paying attention to that? You're just giving it more energy. I know. I'm a Virgo rising, though, so I worry about things. That's what I do. I'm really good at it. I have many decades of practice worrying about things. Nobody will hire me to worry about things, however. And and even if they did, I wouldn't want it. I wouldn't want that job. All right, let's take a look at Aquarius. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is your mini reading for the new moon. What do we need to focus on? This new moon is in the Vedic nakshatra of Punavarsu, which is the bringer of the light. It does have Mercury retrograde, kind of taking a look at it, moving towards it. So we definitely want to be in good energy, make good decisions, and move our life forward in the way that we would like. Check your sun, check your moon, check your rising, whatever you're not here for. And let's get into it. You're busy with the Two of Pentacles, and you're worried about money with the Five of Pentacles, and you're feeling nostalgic with the Six of Cups, and you're wanting to make a move. I think you are going to make a move, but you're a little bit confused. Okay. That's all right. It's good when you have the Six of Cups coming up during a retrograde, because this is nostalgia. And this is bringing all of the positive experiences of the past forward. If you think about nostalgia and the times that you go into nostalgia and you start thinking about the past, do you really think about all the bad things? Not really. You think about all the good things. I just had a family member pass away, and I had to give the eulogy. And actually, just going through all of the pictures and reliving my mom's life, all of the things that you don't think about the bad things. This is thinking about all of the good things of the past, and it's really good to do during a retrograde. And it's kind of sending me, just being in that space. I'm like looking at all the old pictures of the kids when they were younger. I'm just kind of in that phase. You're busy though. You're juggling some things. You're considering a lot of different things, and you're busy. And I think the busyness and maybe the nostalgia are making you want more, because I feel like you're just in a space where you're just feeling not necessarily pentacly supported. She's got her head down, But if she would just lift her head up and look around in the present moment, she would see that there's a key behind her that opens the door to the pentacles. The money's always right there. We live in an abundant universe. And I know you probably heard that 1,000 billion times. I know I have, and yet still I go into this sometimes. All we have to do is look up, though. So this is kind of a message of kind of taking a break and going into the nostalgic times when you were a kid and you felt magic about having what you want. You didn't think about money when you were a kid, did you? Unless mom and dad were fighting about it. But when it was time to go out for McDonald's or whatever, you could get anything on the menu and it just felt magical. You didn't have to look at the money. You were provided for, as you should be. So think about all the times that Spirit has provided for you, all the magical things that have happened where you've wanted something and Spirit came through at the time when you least expected it. You're making swift movement, but this is movement away. I think it's movement away from a situation where you have not felt supported. And I think if you're not feeling like you're making that move, I think that is something you need to start wishing for with this new moon, because this is where we set our intentions, okay? So we are setting some intentions. We are going into our intuition with the moon, and we are asking Spirit for the guidance that we need in order to set the intentions that move us out of a place where we feel a little overburdened and a little worried about money. I think we want to go back to this place, to the place where we feel connected to who we really are. This kind of feels like a I want to go home kind of energy, because we've got this nostalgia and I want to go home because I'm not happy about this. The answers are within your intuition, though. Every time a problem comes into your life, the solution comes with it, because we live in a dualistic universe. Our physical reality is dualistic. We have yin and yang, masculine, feminine. There are two sides to every story. We have two sides to everything. So when you have a problem coming into your life, you have the solution as well. The solution comes in with the problem. It's just that we get so fixated on the problem that we can't see the solution because we're only looking at the one pentacle and we don't see we got the other one right there. I think Spirit is trying to give you the answer, but I think you have been too much in your mind to hear it. You're going to make a move. You want to make a move. But in order to make the move, we have to listen to what Spirit is telling us and get in touch with our intuition, because that's where the answer is, because we aren't seeing it. Our conscious mind is too much in protective mode. This is kind of almost being in the fetal position. She's in protective mode. And so when you're in protective mode, you're not listening. You're not open. And Spirit's asking you to open before you make the move, honestly. Or make a move into being more open to what Spirit is trying to tell you. All right, let's see what we have for oracle cards coming forth for you. Chop wood. I think like I shuffling like crazy, and 4 people have had that come out, I swear. That's the daily work. So that to me actually means daily work of connecting to Spirit, daily work of meditating, daily work of doing what you need to do. And just keep focus on what you need to do. I'm going to take that, and that is exchanging gifts. I think Spirit is trying to give you a gift. Trying to give you a gift that's going to bring you back into this nostalgia. But there's something you need to give too. But I don't think it is what you think it is. I think what you need to give is who you are. I love this card. I don't know, for some reason it is just like opening me up. She's in a box. She's the gift to this cat, I'm imagining. The cat doesn't care what anybody thinks. The cat is very individualistic like you. You need to really claim who you are, all of your stripes, and the gift is coming. But you have to 100% be you. 5 of Pentacles is not being you. That is being worried. And you are not worried. Your soul doesn't worry because your soul understands the whole journey. It's a good time for nostalgia, though. I think nostalgia is really good because it brings back all of the good feelings. And I think there's something with this Mercury retrograde where we have to look at the past and what are the things that we want to carry forward. All right. Let us welcome our Pisces friends, Pisces Sun, Moon, Rising. This is for the new moon that is happening in Punavarsu Nakshatra. It is the bringer of the light. We have a Mercury retrograde that's looking at all of this stuff, so we need to take that into consideration. That has colored every single one of these mini readings, but let's see what energy we have for Pisces. I'm a Pisces moon, so this is kind of for me too, which is, I'm sorry, it's kind of for me. Usually when I'm doing readings for myself, I'm like, what does this mean? But when I do it for you and I don't consider it's for me, then I can watch it later and it actually makes more sense. So I have to remember that. But I've been watching a lot of Pisces more than anything. I'm in my moon dasha in the Vedic system. And if you need your Vedic chart, just let me know. I have the application. I've got this thing called Parashara's Light, and it is a professional astrologer's application. My husband bought it for me years ago when I was using all these free tools, and he's like, why don't you just use this? I'm like, oh, okay, thank you. I would have never spent that amount of money on this, but thank you. Very generous, wonderful man. 5 of Cups. Losing something and feeling sad about it, but ready for a new journey. Start of a successful venture, but feeling kind of wounded. New idea coming in that's going to give you your wishes fulfilled. Ooh, Pisces. I kind of like this. I kind of feel all of this. Recent loss and focusing on the loss. The key with loss is to have the gratitude for the experience that you've had. And I think that's what the Mercury retrograde is trying to bring to you. An experience of remembering all of the good times and laughing about all of the good times. And what is lost is never anything that you need still. Oh my gosh, I'm just feeling my loss. My mom just passed away, so I'm just feeling her right now. She shows up. She's funny. She shows up a lot. And I'm just remembering the last time I saw her and knowing that it was time and hoping that she wasn't going to hang on for too long because her body was just like so broken down. But it's still a loss, you know, and just feeling sad about that loss. But honestly, when you lose someone, they're always still around you. She's still here. What is important is still there. And you need to focus on that. Look at the cup that's still there. It's all colorful and beautiful. That's still there, but she's not looking at it. So we need to focus on what's still there because we still have more work to do. 2 of Wands. She's got the globe. She's got the little van life thing down there, and she's looking out the window. This is not on the journey yet, but this is getting ready for a successful journey. The key word being successful. You are starting some new things. This is a step beyond the idea. You've got some things rolling, and we need to get these things going. Keep focused on doing it because guess what? We've got the persistence card coming up next. This is the 9 of Wands. This is the message from the universe that you need to persist in what you are doing. Keep going. This is also a card of wounded warrior, so you may still have some hurts going on with the thing that you've lost. That's the thing about grief. It hangs on and it keeps coming back in waves. But I really feel this is trying to move you towards something really positive with the wish fulfillment. And so I feel like the message here is much more about persistence with this thing that is just getting started, that you're giving some attention to, and it's got momentum and it's going to succeed because you're getting wish fulfillment here. And that's what you need to focus on with this new moon is focus on making that wish because I think something really big is going to happen. I think something really, really big is going to happen. And honestly, it is going to make everything worth it. This is the limitation of restriction. Whatever you're working on is going to bust you out of a restriction, and it's going to do so in a very unexpected and shocking way. But in this reading, look at the progression. We lost something. We're sad. This could be a job that you lost, and then you started your side hustle. Spirit's telling you to persist with it because shockingly, wishes fulfilled. All right. Let us pull a couple of clarifying oracles. Thanks for being here, Pisces. If you're new to the channel, hi, I'm Kate. I do weekly readings, I do monthly readings, and I'm going to start doing these new moon, full moon readings because Spirit told me I should. Fork in the road. Well, Two of Wands. That's kind of like a fork type of thing. You're making some decisions. I think you've already made the decision. I think you've already made this could also mean the Tower, bringing in something new. It's going to be shocking, though, and I think it's going to be super obvious which way to go. You're at a fork in the road, and with this new moon, you have to make the decision about what it is that you want to create. And Spirit's telling you to persist. All right, one more. Imagine wish fulfillment. What is it that you really want? Spirit is trying to give this to you, and it's going to come in a very shocking way. It's going to come when you least expect it, and it is going to break you out of the restriction that you have been soaking in. You are going to be so happy. You are going to be so happy. Make a wish for what you want. All 9 of those cups. Don't just wish for, oh, I hope this side hustle is successful and pays the mortgage, and then I can find another job. No. You're doing the side hustle because you love it. Wishes fulfilled. Get all 9 of those cups. Jump. Look at the treasure chest down there. Spirit's trying to give you everything, but we need to persist. We are at a fork in the road. I think we are at that fork in the road where we have to really just kind of claim this. New moons are a time of claiming what you want and setting an intention of what it is that you want to create as the energy moves forward and the moon starts to grow again. So you need to claim exactly what you want to create because it's now or never time with that fork in the road, and you need to persist with it. And if you do that, that intention, it goes out into the universe, and the universe is going to respond with a shocking situation that gives you wish fulfillment. No other way to read that. That is beautiful. Pisces, thanks so much for being here. And if you watch the whole thing, give me a lightning bolt down below because you're going to get something special. I don't know how, but I'm going to find something special for you. So if you watch the whole thing, and you're not just a Pisces who's just watching this because I'm here talking, if you watch the whole thing, give me a lightning bolt and I will do something special for you. I'm not sure what yet, but the idea just came to me because with that lightning bolt with the Tower. So thank you so much for being here, everyone, and we will see you in the next reading. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Weekly readings are coming out all the time. Thank you.